The Valuing Open and Inclusive Conversation and Engagement Initiative, otherwise known as VOICE, was created to encourage and support research, programs, and activities that further the mission of the UC National Center for Free Speech and Civic Engagement. The program is open to UC students, staff, and faculty and provides up to $5,000 in funding. Our second VOICE class centered their work on breaking barriers in campus expression and engagement. Programs identify barriers, steps that can be taken to address those barriers, and how those steps help to build community. Our VOICE recipients are doing outstanding and meaningful work in a wide variety of formats, including podcasts, sustained dialogue, webzines, courses, and book groups. Let's highlight a few of their projects.
We have these dialogue series that addresses all throughout the spectrum around equity, diversity, and access, free expression, and so forth. And prior to that, we also got the grant for UC Merced to have their first Free Speech Week. Part of that initiative was really to ground ourselves in terms of community and connection. And so what Dialogues That Matter provided was this space to talk about what's happening in our community and that's impacting it. Because the campus was experiencing anti-Semitism rhetoric, we invited content experts from Berkeley to discuss anti-Semitism. And then the other one that we were really looking at was around anti-Blackness.
The change that we hoped that it could affect was to give folks an opportunity to have conversations on topics that tend to be difficult, that folks don't know exactly how to navigate, and not only educate them on the matter, but also provide this presentation in a workshop-like setting that can actually give tools for folks on our campus to use once they have to continue navigating these conversations outside of the event. What we found is a really deep desire from people of all backgrounds to have conversations on topics that they've either typically avoided or have never had to have because of, either their social identity or social location.
We decided to create this class and we named it the Civic Engagement Scholars Program. The class is a 3-quarter class. And the first quarter, we worked more on the academic aspects of civic engagement. We used the book by Erwin Chemerinsky and Howard Gilman about free speech on college campuses.
We also presented, Viviana, Maeve, and myself, on different issues. I did the Leadership Challenge, where they got to practice leadership skills to incorporate into the projects that they chose to do. We even had Michelle Deutschman come in and do a whole overview on the history of free speech. That combined with our guest speakers, which included Chemerinsky, the Dean of the Law School at UC Berkeley, helped ground them, create that firm foundation, and really set them up to move forward on the projects that they are working on for winter and spring quarter.
This project is really about students and the voices that often get silenced in spaces. So it aims to basically illuminate students of color lived experiences and center their counter narratives to the master narratives, and uniquely identify areas of development for teachers and schools and universities. And so I worked with a focus group and we met, and it was really just kind of, what are your lived experiences? And they were able to highlight that not only in the focus group, but at the end, they were able to create works of art. Some of them painted, some of them wrote poetry, some of them created animations. And it was so important because it was their voices captured in something so poetic that when others saw it, they could really feel how they experience learning environments and classroom spaces. And I think that is deeply impactful. On top of a voice, an image does something that really moves you to change. It's important because it really reveals educational, social, and the racial inequities that are deeply embedded within our system, and subsequently our courses, our practice, and our classrooms.
If you're a staff member, faculty member, student, and you have an idea, applying to the VOICE grant would really provide you with an opportunity to actually implement that idea. And so I would encourage folks on the UC campuses to really utilize this resource.
When you get that grant, it provided connection with other folks who believe in this work. It provided networking opportunities and opportunities to meet others, right? I think it's a gift that the way the center provides these opportunities for past recipients, current recipients, right, to come together through these monthly gatherings, I think it's critical.
To learn what all of our Voice recipients are doing and explore more about the center, please visit us at freespeechcenter.universityofcalifornia.edu.